Go to the gym. Then told me, sit your ass down and do a reading for your collective. And I was like, channel. You asked them they asked you for time and space. They were like, we have to take a break. Or while you guys were in a relationship, they would constantly, emotionally, always try to push you away. And I'm specifically feeling that you completely got tired. Like you got frustrated, you got tired because what do you mean? I'm your person. We're supposed to talk things out. We're supposed to talk about what's going on with you, what's in your mind. So you pushing me away, it's making me emotionally numb to you. Right? You pushing me away is making me emotionally numb to you. So when the connection ended, don't blame me because I don't know why I feel like they blamed you for the connection ending. Don't blame me. Blame you for not having that emotional depth to understand what it is to be together, what it is to build a relationship. I was willing to help you fight those struggles. I was willing to help you do things the way that they properly were done, but you specifically gave up on us. And now that you gave up on us, now you're seeing me succeed. Now you see me doing better. And now you're probably keeping tabs on me. You know, specific things like that, guys. That's the energy that I'm feeling. I really hope I channeled that message properly. Right? But like I'm telling you, what matters first is what went down. Exactly. Look, so the thing about it is that I feel like when it came down to your connection between you and this person or whoever you were dealing with, it was a connection where somebody was not recognizing that you were there to help them succeed. Right? So you were there to basically help them evolve in life. Right? And it doesn't mean if you guys are in separation or it doesn't mean when you guys were together, like the plan for this relationship was for both of you guys to grow into each other's power and build something wonderful with the Six of Wands. Right? But the Six of Wands being shown right here in reverse does tell me, or the Six of Wands being shown right here in reverse does tell me that to an extent, they couldn't see that. Right? I honestly do feel like there was a few things having to do with jealousy right here with the Six of Wands reverse. And money and finances played a very important role with the Two of Pentacles. Right? And overall with the Star being shown right here, to me, it tells me that even though in the darkest times, even though where you didn't feel emotionally recognized, you still had hope for things to work out. You still have hopes for things to balance themselves out and for things to basically play out better. Right? But like I'm telling you, their negative thought pattern, what they were as a person, what they are in their mentality, they don't like that. Like this person is very insecure when it comes down to their goals and to their passions. I feel like one thing that attracted them to you was how hardworking you are and how you hold yourself. Right? With the Six of Wands reverse and with the Two of Pentacles. I feel like you're the type of person, doesn't matter if you're a guy, doesn't matter if you're a woman, where you know you're not going to be broke. Like you're willing to go sell water bottles at red lights, or you're willing to do something for you not to be broke. Right? And that's one thing they really liked about you, the fact that you were willing to offer them balance. And look, no lie, like they did see something with you when the connection started. Right? But now that you guys are in separation, I personally feel like you are definitely more in the thought pattern of focusing on yourself, recognizing the things that they couldn't recognize for you. I feel like you're definitely on a winning streak. Okay, you're definitely on a winning streak. I definitely see that for you. What's happening though is that with the Hermit in reverse, I don't think you're fully healed from this situation. I don't think you're fully mentally gone from there. Right? So you're definitely still thinking about them. You're definitely still on their mind. But with the Six of Swords specifically being shown right here in reverse, it tells me, hey, you couldn't recognize my worth, so I'm going to recognize my worth myself. Right? Look, so this is your energy and the Star is theirs. Because the third card is always their energy. And to me, it signifies that they're being hopeful about something. And I specifically feel, even if it's not in the cards, I specifically feel like they could be keeping some sort of tabs on you or some sort of eyes from a distance. Right? But the thing about it is that, look, I don't know why I feel like some of you guys are trying to manifest them back. One thing that I always say when you try to manifest a person back is that person was a part of your life when you were in such a low vibration. Right? That person was part of your life when you're in such a low vibration. So in order for you to get back with that person, you have to lower your vibration. You realize you have to put yourself back in the spots that you were, and you're going to basically have to devolve. Right? So like I'm telling you, it's like there's a lot of balance, the Fool. I recognize the Fool because of it was broken, but it's the Fool. There's a lot of balance that can be built in this. Like, no doubt. Like, there's a shit ton of balance that can be built in this relationship. The only problem is that the balance is going to be coming from you. Right? That's one thing that I always do in my readings, guys. I always give you guys what I see and what I read. The balance is going to come from you. They're being more hopeful of what can happen between you guys again, but the balance is coming out from you. And I don't see you being healed enough to deal with them at the moment. We have the Moon, exactly. So somebody is no longer feeling confused about their feelings, or I don't want to say somebody's no longer feeling confused about their feelings, but somebody is definitely seeing that to an extent you could be playing an important role in their life, right? Does that mean they're going to come back? Does that mean they miss you? No, it could also mean that they have some sort of regret for not expanding everything how everything was to be expanded. Right? I'm telling you, with the Moon, they're breaking free from an illusion where you're basically you were willing to give them balance, but not anymore. And then we have the Page, Knight of Cups reverse, right? So I'm gonna say like it is. This person came in with a lot of lies. They came in with a lot of sugar. What I mean by sugar, they came in with a lot of azúcar. They came in with a lot of like those nice, oh, you are someone in a million. I find you very attractive. I was just spiritually drawn to you. Things like that, right? In reality, that person is how they start, right? This person craves to be what they're not, but they don't take any action to do that with the Moon reverse and with the Knight of Cups reverse. This person is very much so emotionally, not emotionally mature. They lack a lot of emotional understanding and a lot of emotional depth, right? Then we have the Hierophant, right? So this person could be craving something very structured with you. This person could be craving something very, very conservative, right? So they're the type of person that could be a blue collar worker or could have a work in that sort of field, right? They specifically are the type of person that, not gonna lie, they want to take care of a person. They want to take care of a person, but they're not yet there. Like, you can't even take care of yourself. Like, am I being for real? Like, you wouldn't even shower after the gym, or you couldn't clean down there properly, right? Instead of using wipes, you use kind of like dried up toilet paper, and you only did one wipe, right? Like, did you even wash your in the shower? You know, they can't take proper care of themselves, right? And then we have the Fool in reverse. I personally feel like this person could be having a hard time detaching from you or detaching from the idea of you, not you. The idea that they created of you with the Knight of Cups reverse and then the Six of Pentacles reverse. Remember how I told you that you were going to be the one to actually offer more balance and offer more peace in this situation? There you go. Six of Pentacles reverse. So they see you more in a way, or they see you more in the form of not what can you offer me, but what can you do for me until I get my shit together and then I can do something for you. But that's not how it's supposed to work. And like I'm telling you, this person was the one that crumbled the relationship. This person was the one that, Two of Pentacles again, right? So going back to that, you're holding more balance with them at the moment. You're holding way more balance with them from them at the moment. I don't want to say they're specifically missing the structure you were able to offer them, but I personally do believe that to an extent, they think in their mind that you are supposed to be their balance beacon. Meaning that you're supposed to want to offer them balance, but what can they offer you? They can't even offer you emotional strength, or they can't even offer you something emotionally, right? And the Magician, they see you as a very, very powerful manifester. They see you as somebody that takes control of the reality. Somebody that's taking control of the reality. Going back to the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands usually means celebration in tarot, but I also read it as the structure of a house because it has four pillars or four wands, right? Like I'm telling you, this energy is coming out as them thinking what you can offer them. What can they give? What can you give them? Right? Not what you can get. What can you give them, but not what they can give you. Right? And this is something that constantly comes up in a lot of collective readings, even if it's small, even if it's short. A lot of people, they always go by the fact of what can you offer me? What can you give me? What can I receive from you? But they never specifically ask themselves, what can you receive? Or what can I receive? No, what can I give you? Right? And to me, it honestly seems that right now, this person is not really emotionally able to offer you anything good. Right? They're specifically just looking at what you can give them, not what they can give you. They think about you, definitely. They definitely do think about you. And then I want to say they have an emotional attachment with you with the Moon reverse and with the Knight of Cups. The only problem, it's built under illusion that needs to break, right? So they're specifically they're creating the perfect version of you in their head The only problem that I see is when somebody creates a perfect version of you in their head, once they come into reality and that's not their version of you, they walk away. Right? There's no zodiac signs for this reading, guys, so just take it as it resonates. Take care of yourself.